Easy to say. All right. So you guys, I would introduce myself. I think everybody here already knows that I'm Trina O'Brien, and you guys, this is Sharon. Sharon and I are going to be doing this presentation together. And I've been with the Juice Plus company since 2009. As most of you already know, I have a huge passion for health and fitness and helping people achieve their goals. And I heard about the benefits of Juice Plus and it made sense to me right away. And since using the products, I have great energy. It helped me with my skin health. My immune system is really, really strong. And you'll learn a little bit more about why that's important to me if you don't already know, but it's a big thing for me. And there have been times that since taking Juice Plus, there have been times that I started to feel sick, maybe a little bit sick, but I get on top of it right away. And I know my immune health is strong because I don't even remember last time I was sick in bed. And so it's been many, many, many years of having really good immune health. And I really appreciate that because I don't like to be sick. And you're going to be able to hear Sharon's passion and our community and the mission of our company, excuse me, is to inspire healthy living. So how do we do that? We do it with making simple changes. And so that's what this is about tonight, is how you can continue on your health journey by making simple changes over time. And, the habits that we create now, they're going to help us today, but they're also going to determine where we are later on in life. And so over the last 13 years, I didn't start where I am today, but over time, I made these little changes, and I'm really happy with where I'm at today. So to start off, we're going to talk about some unhealthy statistics. Unfortunately, not so fun, right? But 1 in 4 people will die of heart disease, and 1 in 2 women and 1 in 3 men will develop cancer. 1 in 3 will have diabetes by 2050, and 1 in 5 children is obese, and that just makes my heart hurt. And it has here that our children are more harmed by poor diet than by exposure to drugs, alcohol, and tobacco combined. And I remember when I first heard that, it really hit me hard because those are other important things that are affecting children as well. But man, we can really control what's going on with our diet. So we're going to talk more about our diet tonight as we head in, and we're going to touch a little bit about some other things that are making these statistics where they are. And one of the issues is, our environment. We don't always have control of everything in our environment, but they definitely have a negative effect on our bodies, and the toxins just keep increasing. So we're talking about pollution and water contamination and pesticides and herbicides and skincare products and plastics. And you can just see there the list of items that add to this. And our food quality, unfortunately, has been decreasing for many, many years. And whether it's being that we have preservatives, that we have, flavor enhancers and synthetic vitamins, pesticides, less nutrition within our food. This is really having a negative effect on our bodies. And you can see here that broccoli could lose 50 to 80% of key nutrients before you purchase it. So what's happening is that we're picking our food way too early. And they're doing that so that we can, have it in the stores and it can look great. But a lot of times the ripening happens at the very end when the fruit or vegetable is ready to be picked. So we're not necessarily supposed to eat a hard, super green avocado. It needs to be ripened. And we're not getting that type of fruits and vegetables into our diet because they're picking it so early. So now that we talked about the bad stuff, let's talk about the good stuff and what we can do for our health. And the first thing is exercise. Are you exercising every day? And a tip I love to give to be consistent is to find somebody to exercise with that can help hold you accountable, and then choose something you actually want to do and will be consistent, want to go do, so you can be consistent. So for me, I love to run, I lift weights, and it's not hard for me to say I'm going to go work out. But if you were to ask me to go swim every single day, I would dig my eyes out because that is not fun to me. And so I already know that swim is not something I'm going to pick to do every day to get fit. While it's really good for your body, I wish I loved it. It's still not something that's going to motivate me. So make sure that you're picking something that you really enjoy. And, we all hear that exercise is important. Why? Because it helps boost our energy, it can help with weight control, it helps with heart conditions and diseases, it enhances your mood, and it can actually help with your better sleep. And speaking of better sleep, I was just talking to Sharon about this, that I could go on for a long time around the topic of sleep. But, it's really important that we get our 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night. And, gosh, you hear everybody, oh, I only have to have 4 to 5 hours of sleep. It's like some people are proud that they don't are not sleeping that much, but really it's not good. It's detrimental to our health. Sleep will boost your immune system. It helps you prevent weight gain. It'll strengthen your heart. It improves your brain and memory function. So important for your brain. And who doesn't feel better after a good night's sleep, right? So this is such an important part of living a healthy life. And let's talk about stress. Anybody around here not stressed? Right? We're all stressed. And stress is really detrimental to our health. It can be a cause of many things. So the key is keeping our stress under control so that it doesn't get way out of control. So, a great way to prevent and relieve stress, there's many different ways to do that. But one thing you can easily do and simply do throughout the day when we start to feel stress is to just stop periodically and take 10 deep breaths. So I actually will tell people, set your alarm, because we don't think of it. We don't always think about, man, am I breathing? But we breathe so shallowly that we don't take these big deep breaths that we need to take. So if you're one of those people that are like, yeah, I could really use to relieve my, reduce my stress throughout the day, set an alarm clock, take 10 deep breaths, and it will reset your day. So let's talk about water. Most people do not drink enough water. People think they do. They're like, oh, I drink like 2 or 3 of these bottles. But is that really enough? Because about 70% of our body is made up of water. It's going to help with digestion. It's going to help with absorption, circulation. It transports our nutrients throughout our body. It helps with body temperature and energy. So many positive things happen when we drink water. So how do you know if you're drinking enough water or not? Well, what you can do is simple. Take your body weight, you cut it in half, and that's how many ounces of water you should be drinking every single day. So let's say you weigh 150 pounds, then you should be drinking a minimum of 75 ounces of water. Now, if you're working out or you're like me and you live in a high altitude, that number needs to increase and you need to add more ounces to that. So make sure you're getting your water in. It's amazing how much it can help your body. Use safer products. Okay, there are so many products that are safe and gentle and so much more gentle than what has been in years past. So take some time to look at different products that could be healthier. So, things that you clean with, what you wash your clothes with, what you're using, brushing your teeth with, or, what type of makeup or what you're putting on your skin. It's well worth your time to take the time to just take a look at that and say, am I doing the healthiest thing? And you can read all about that. There's so many different articles that can help you navigate finding things that are safer for you. And then eating real food. I love this. And I always say when you're at the grocery store, the key here is to shop the perimeter of the store, because that's where the healthiest food is. If you have to step in the aisle from time to time, because we all do, right? Do that, but really focus on staying on the perimeter of the store and eating the real foods and not the preservative foods. Okay, so we're going to talk about fruits and vegetables a little bit more. And, they really are the foundation of better health. So when people talk about whole food products, what they're talking about are products that are made from plant products, from fruits and vegetables. So, experts agree that most diseases are preventable with good nutrition. So, almost every healthy living article or book out there, they might have different avenues of looking at things, but there's always the cornerstone of eating fruits and vegetables. People don't argue about that. We all know that we need to be doing that. So how many? We need to be eating about 7 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables every single day. And if you're an athlete, you need to be eating more of that. We can talk a little bit. I'll be touching on that a little bit as to why in a bit. So, we live in one of the most unhealthy countries, unfortunately. And so hitting these numbers is really important. So why so many? Because produce is picked before nutrition fully develops. We talked about that. It's transported thousands of miles, And 90% of Americans don't eat enough servings every single day. And I want you, as I say that, think about it. Like, how many fruits and vegetables do you really eat every single day at each meal? I know I try, and it's not easy to hit these numbers. And we don't get enough variety from the rainbow. Sometimes we don't have the ability to get an array. And sometimes, it's seasonal or whatever it is. And so getting that rainbow can sometimes be a challenge, but it's super important to do. So I mentioned oxidative stress, and that is something that we all have. It is increased through environment and because of the decrease of the quality of our food. Oxidative stress is happening in our bodies, but it's also happening more often. And so what is oxidative stress? It's can be brought on just by breathing. Everybody has it just by living if we have oxidative stress, but there's things such as smoking, exercising, stress, medications, being on an airplane, even being pregnant can create more oxidative stress in the body. So this is important to understand because oxidation causes the aging process as well as disease. And a good example of this, not that this has happened to me, but wrinkles can be an example of oxidative stress that is happening in our skin cells. So all of us want to have better healthy looking skin, right? Less wrinkles. That sounds beneficial to me. So how do we do that? And here is through fruits and vegetables how we do it. And here's a great illustration of an apple. So the moment you cut an apple, that apple, the enzymes, it starts to automatically break down. And that oxidative stress is actually happening to that apple. So if you were to take a lemon and actually put it on the apple, it'll actually slow the oxidative stress. And that's exactly what is happening in our body. So on the next slide, you'll see here that it gives you a picture of that. Our cells are bombarded thousands of times a day. We're just getting all these hits of free radicals is what is hitting our cells. And that taxes the immune system and causes that early aging as well as illnesses. So the second thing you want to know about fruits and vegetables is not only do we get antioxidants from them, but we also get our vitamins and minerals. So they're super important, right? But we're not eating them every day. And so what happens is 70% of Americans, and it might be you, we turn to, some type of vitamin supplement. But let's talk about the difference between a vitamin and whole food. Okay. So a vitamin, we're going to look at a supplement, you see it right there, a supplement label, you'll see that, on this one, there's only 25 nutrients actually there. So an apple, though, on the other hand, is what's on the other side. And these are called phytonutrients. They are plant-based nutrients, so the nutrients that are found in the apple. And in an apple, there's over 10,000 different phytonutrients that have been found. And they're not all like these huge nutrients. What they are is they're small little bits, but they work synergistically together and they're stronger and more powerful together as a team. So the multivitamins we extract, we think, oh, vitamin C is good for our body, which it is, but we extract it and we eat more of it, thinking more is better, but it's missing those parts that work synergistically to make it even more powerful. And so that's the importance of having whole food versus a multivitamin, because the multivitamin really isn't bridging the gap. And, that's why Time Magazine came out a long time ago, 2003, and said the news isn't that fruits and vegetables are good for you. It's that they're so good for you, they could save your life. And so for this, people think, wow, I'll go out and I'll juice. And I've juiced. I love to juice. But here's the truth. It's an answer. It's a solution to that challenge. But juicing is expensive. It's time consuming. It's messy. And it's hard to be consistent with it. And so as we go to the next one, we're going to talk about that fruits and vegetables are the answer to helping prevent disease. It can reverse disease. It can reverse aging. If you're feeling like, I would like to get rid of, some of these wrinkles, yeah, maybe help you out. And even aid in stopping diseases from progressing. So even if you're, having something going on, it can help you from getting any worse. And, here's some articles that pinpoint that. The American Cancer Society, they have a poster showing you here the importance of preventing cancer by eating more fruits and vegetables. And it's not just cancer. This is for all diseases. I learned about the importance of nutrition the hard way. Bring it to me. When I was 30 years old, I was one of those people. I was always fit growing up, and I thought that's what healthy looked like, and that I thought that's what it was. But I wasn't healthy, and I learned that the hard way, because I was diagnosed with cancer at the age of 30. And at the time, I was working for a health and wellness company. Believe it or not, I joke that while I worked there, I definitely did not live what they were talking about. And so, after going through both chemotherapy and radiation, I decided it was time to pay attention. And I started to make some little changes with my health. And one of the first ones was I knew I needed to eat more fruits and vegetables. My diet was not what it needed to be for me to be healthy. And so I'm going to go through some of these simple tools with you that really helped me to get to where I am today. So one of my simple changes was adding Juice Plus to my diet. Now, when I first heard about Juice Plus, it immediately made sense to me. By then, I had started adding more fruits and vegetables into my diet, and I understood how hard it was to get that many fruits, berries, and vegetables into my body. I would go to work literally with bags of produce, and I would take over like the office refrigerator. I'd have my salad, and everyone knew Trina's making a salad every day at lunch because I was working so hard to get enough of these nutrients into my body, and I know how hard that can be. And so let's look at what is in Juice Plus. And this is why I love it. There's things in here that, one, I've never actually, seen personally, but I've never even had it in my body outside of Juice Plus. So we have acerola cherry, apple, beet, peach, pineapple, lemon peel, cranberry, date, orange, mango, and what does it say there? I can't see it. Oh, yes, prune. So it's, see my eyes. I need some more Juice Plus. If I go add some more, and then over in the vegetable blend, you'll see that we have the beet, the broccoli, the rice bran, the cabbage, lemon peel, parsley, carrot, garlic, kale, spinach, tomatoes. So many beautiful greens in here that we really need that help us out. And then the berry blend. I love this. There's artichoke in here. There's bilberry, blackberry, black currant, cranberry, elderberry, blueberry, cocoa, and then Concord grape, pomegranate, and raspberry. So can you imagine if you were to get this many nutrients into your body every single day? How good do you think you would feel? And how healthy do you think your body would be? I know that I'll always flood my body with Juice Plus and the nutrients that it gives my body. Absolutely love it. And several years ago, Juice Plus added a plant-based omega blend to the product line. And when I heard about this, I fell in love instantly because I had stopped several years before taking a fish oil because I had read enough on fish oils to understand that there's mixed reviews on the safety and effectiveness of fish oils. And so when Juice Plus came out with this plant-based omega, I was super excited. So it is an omega fatty acid that supports a broad array of health benefits, especially for the heart, your brain, your joints, skin, and eyes. And it's 100% plant-based, pure and sustainable. It's full of a spectrum of omegas. It's cold pressed and vegan capsules. And I like to add that what they did is instead of going to the fish, they went to the food that the fish eats. So that is the source of so much of what is in the omega. So what does Juice Plus entail? And it's really adding over the nutrition of over 30 fruits and vegetables and berries to your diet every single day. And we work with farmers that wait until it's actually at the peak of ripeness so that the nutrition that you need is intact. The produce is pulverized, it's not juiced. It's dried in low heat into powders, and then that which will preserve the nutrition. It's plant powders that are put into capsules. We also have chewables. And then we also have the full spectrum omega blend that uses the omega rich algae, berries, and seeds instead of the fish. Let's talk about our complete shakes. I love the complete shakes. They come in vanilla and chocolate. I have made all kinds of different things with these shakes, from a shake to pudding. And you can see there's these complete protein balls you can make. It's such a fun shake that is so diverse. You can use so many things with it. I put it in our kids' pancakes as well for flavoring. I just absolutely love it. It is chocolate and vanilla. It's vegan. It's gluten-free. It's whole food protein, has great fiber in it. It gives us the amino acids we need, our body needs. And it's basically fruits and vegetables in a shake. And I love that it gives us some macronutrients that we all need, but we don't necessarily eat those foods. And I like to say the shakes are the macro part of Juice Plus, and then the Juice Plus capsules or gummies are the micronutrients that we need. And for this, I just put it in a shaker. I like to use almond milk. You could use any type of milk that you want to, any plant milk or of your choice. But I just take the complete, I throw it in the shaker, shake it up, and I'm on my way. And for me, it's like a delicious form of chocolate milk, because I love chocolate milk, but I don't typically drink chocolate milk anymore. So Juice Plus recently added this awesome shake to the mix. It's called Perform. It's more than a protein shake. It's plant-based. It's bioavailable. It means it's nutrition that the body recognizes and uses in the right areas of the body to aid in recovery and performance. It's great for pre and post workouts, and even for times like when I'm craving a snack. It helps me, beat any sugar cravings that I might be having. It's so simple to make. It has 25 grams of plant-based protein, but it also has a vitamin B complex and vitamin D from these whole foods. It's going to support your muscle mass growth, energy production, mental performance, your bone structure, as well as recovery. And, it doesn't have any whey or casein in it, which is a very positive thing, that it does not have those things. And, a lot of people are looking for it to not have a lot of sugar in it. And this only has 6 grams of sugar, and it's coming from whole foods, from coconut nectar, organic cane sugar, and a non-caloric sweetener of monk fruit extract. And this is actually being used also by athletes who are Olympic athletes, professional athletes. And I personally started adding this into my diet when they came out with it about 3 weeks ago is when I added it. And wow, I've noticed a huge difference. At the same time, I had sort of planned it together that I was going to increase my weights. And I haven't noticed a difference in my soreness with taking that. And I do definitely feel a great bit of energy with taking the shake. And so I love it. So, Juice Plus really is that micro and macronutrition that bridges the gap between what we do eat, and we don't want to always admit we eat some of that stuff that's over there, and what we should be eating, which is more of the fruits and vegetables. And I want to share a little bit about my kids. My kids love Juice Plus, and they also love the shakes too. So for me, it gives me such a sense of relief that my kids are getting the nutrition they really need for their bodies every single day. And, they're getting it from many different sources of whole foods too. And share a little bit about my daughter. My daughter has some physical disabilities. This one's called ataxia, and it affects her muscles. And because of this, her body's not able to help her go to the bathroom as easily. The muscles have a hard time moving. And so we've had to do a lot of things to help with that. And she started taking Juice Plus when she was able to start eating the gummies. And we noticed an improvement in how consistent she was with her bowel movements, that they were a little more consistent. We were so happy about it. And then recently, I started doing the combination of the complete shake with the Perform shake. And that's the picture of her there on the right. She absolutely loves it. And man, what a difference have we seen, because she was having a hard time. She was going to the bathroom like 3 to 4 or 5 days, every 3 to 4 to 5 days, which is not healthy. Her stool was really hard. It was really difficult for her. Since we started doing the shake, she's been consistently going to the bathroom every single day, and it has not been difficult for her. So it has been a huge blessing in our lives, and I hope she never wants to stop taking it. So really cool. We have our Healthy Starts for Families. I love this program. It is such a heart from the company to help families get more Juice Plus into kids' bodies. And what it is that children's ages 4 through 18, along with if you're a full-time college student, they can receive Juice Plus for free for up to 4 years with any paying adult or sponsor. And all we ask is that with this, that for 1 year, they consistently take it, and that they fill out a survey. And with this survey, millions of kids have done this. And these are the things that we're finding. And they support, what I have felt personally and what's happened to my kids as well. 60% were missing fewer days of school. 56 were taking fewer over-the-counter or prescription drugs. 71% were drinking more water. 66% were visiting the doctor less, 71 were consuming less fast food and soft drinks, and 61 were eating more fruits and vegetables. And what I really love about this is it gives us the opportunity to teach our kids about the importance of healthy eating and about how powerful food can be within our bodies. And this program really we have different tools to help you with your kids learning about the importance of whole food nutrition. So good nutrition really is a cornerstone for getting the results that you want, whatever that is for you. And I'm going to let Sharon take over from here. She has been with the company for 22 years now. She has a ton of experience with Juice Plus, true heart for healthy living and helping others with their health too. So Sharon, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you.
Awesome. Well, I love listening to you, Trina. So I can't wait till we do this again and we learn more about sleep and all your tips. She's got a whole bag of tricks, I think, that we need to learn. Well, Juice Plus is a gift. It's a gift of health for the family, but it's also a gift of community. That's how I know Trina for all these years, and it really attracts some of the best people. So I'm just so glad to know her. But Juice Plus definitely took my family on a better trajectory to health. 22 years ago, I was super run down. I had allergies. I would have to stop off the side of the road to sleep just on a 3-hour drive to my mom's house. And I would have already called ahead of time. Can you clean for my allergies? And then once I got there, I'd have to take a nap, even another nap. And then before I got on the road, it was like, oh, do you need to take a nap before you get on the road? I was just always so drained and tired. And then I had bumps on the backs of my arms, tops of my legs. People would be like, what's that on? Like if I wore a shirt that would show my arms, they'd be like, what happened to your arms? I'm like, no, that's normal for me. So that was all normal. And then, people used to say, if you have sugar a lot, which I did, it would turn to fat. Well, I wasn't getting fat. But later I learned that sugar actually suppresses your immune system. Then it was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So I was suppressing my immune system all the time with M&Ms and Coke. And that's how I made my way through graduate school, along with just eating whatever came along. So thankfully, my friend took me on a better track to health. And it had to be so simple, like with Juice Plus, had to be like capsules and shakes, because that was like the only thing that would probably really work for me at the time. And since then, I'm a stay-at-home vegetarian. I no longer have allergies. I have a lot more energy and vitality in my 50s than I ever did in my 20s and 30s. And 3 kids later, So I'm going to show you a picture of the family up at the top there. I've had to raise these children and learn a lot from doing that, and learn a lot by using Juice Plus as some of our tools for healthier living. And my son on the right had some developmental delays, so nutrition was really, really important for him. And overall, I've been able to help keep these kiddos out of the doctor's office for the most part, which is really good. So investing on the wellness side. And I'm going to share with you just some more about Juice Plus itself so that you understand, because there are thousands of things out there that you're probably like, oh my gosh, what do I do? I think people now realize, yeah, we need some kind of supplement. We're not eating healthy enough. Especially people, I think that is the main reason they're thinking, I'm not eating healthy enough. What can I do? And there didn't used to be any whole food like products on the shelves. There weren't green juices and things like that. So Juice Plus came out 27 years ago, I think. And it was really a pioneer, and my friend who introduced me to Juice Plus said, there's going to be some kind of whole food supplement on everybody's counter one day. And she was such a visionary. Like, how does she know these things? So she's right. A lot of people, are trying, right? So there's ways in which you can look at a product. And I've learned a lot from working with this product and helping thousands of other people and a whole team of people helping people to really learn to look for certain things that Juice Plus has. Juice Plus really stands alone. It's a food product. So first of all, you would look at your label on the back of your product and look to see, is it really bridging the food gap? Because we don't really have a vitamin deficiency. We have a whole food deficiency. We're really not eating enough of the fruits and vegetables. Like Tara said, 9 to 13 for adults really is what we're supposed to have every day, raw, preferably vine ripened. all the colors, and you're not going to get that with just some multivitamin. So Juice Plus bridges that gap. And so it has a food label, and the company worked really hard with FDA attorneys to make sure our label separated us, that we are a food and everything. Like she said, it's pulverized fruits and vegetables. And then they did all the other check marks that everybody loves, vegan, kosher, dairy-free, gluten-free, all that stuff made with non-GMO ingredients. And we've had the same farmers for many years. So it's a food. That's number one. Number two, it is NSF certified. So sometimes Oprah or Consumer Labs pulls things off the shelves, right? And they find like too much lead or too little folate or too much of this or that. And so what NSF does, that is our safety check mark, so they are kind of like the FDA of supplements, and not everybody has them just verify their product. So NSF comes in and they check the product. They make sure there's no herbicides, pesticides, heavy metals, mold, bacteria, things like that, even banned substances. When you become a college athlete or even beyond that, you can't have any kind of product that doesn't have like a certification that there's no banned substances, because they get tested. So we have that also for NSF Sport. So that's your certification that you're not taking something in your body every day that might be actually harming you. And also they certify that what's on the label is in the product, and what's in the product is on the label, which isn't always the case when they do those random taking things off the shelf, right? So when you are having a supplement of some sort, you want to make sure it's safe. So that's number two. Number three, and this is what really got me excited and still does today, is that it absolutely is the most researched brand name nutritional product in the world. Now we have 43 actual journals of studies that have been done on the product, on people, not rice, what am I trying to say? Rats or mice, not rice. That's funny. Anyway, and so they use on humans and at major universities and medical centers. And I have 2 master's degrees, neither one in nutrition. I was kind of upset when I started to learn about all this. I'm like, why didn't I get a degree in nutrition? This is so real world. Like everything you were talking about is just very applicable to every day and also our families. But one of my degrees was heavy in science, and it made me not want to go back for the PhD because it was so heavy in science. So I learned to read research studies, and I was really amazed that at the p-values and everything with Juice Plus. And so that's when they only had 3 studies. I've lived through all these other studies, which is pretty amazing, because I've been using Juice Plus and all the products you mentioned for the last 22 years. And, whenever they've come out and things like that, but Juice Plus for sure, that was the foundation. So gold standard research at leading hospitals and universities. You can see maybe some of your favorites here: randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled, crossover studies, tested on humans. At University of Mississippi, I'll just name a few studies. They did it on pregnant women, at Nemours Children's Clinic on children, and then at University of Texas MD Anderson Cancer Center on stage 4 ovarian cancer patients. And I mentioned those 3 populations because they're very fragile populations. So you have to know that the company and the product had to jump through many hoops to be able to be used on those populations, and again, safe and effective. And so we'll talk about those results here. They're in these journals. You can actually read these journals online. Trina can send you her website. And so like the second one from the left is the Journal of Pediatrics. That's very recognized from many doctors, or by many doctors. And so lots of different studies. It contributes to cardiovascular wellness, Juice Plus. We did a study with a high-fat meal where usually blood vessel constriction happens for 4 to 6 hours, 40 to 60% constriction. And with the use of the Juice Plus fruit vegetable berry blend, they actually said it eliminated the detrimental effect of the high fat meal. And so that's a study we all like. And I made it super short for you guys, but that's just one study. And so, even if we do go to McDonald's and have a high fat meal, we're somewhat protected with our endothelial lining and the elasticity and stuff like that, that you can read the journals about. And then more and more they're finding that systemic inflammation is tied to disease. So what they found with Juice Plus is that it reduces systemic inflammation by 90 days, supporting quality of life. That was that ovarian cancer patient study, and better protein status. And also they said that our shake was safe, which is really good. And then just different things about the heart. And then I love that even if people are smoking and they take Juice Plus, they have great benefit. There was a study on the lung health of smokers, and they found better pulmonary function. Who doesn't want that, right? To breathe better. Supporting healthy skin and gums. People pay a lot of money for healthier looking skin, but it really is what you're taking in your body. And so that's what's reflected in your skin. And they found really good objective results, better hydration, better microcirculation, better skin density and thickness. As you get older, our skin gets thinner. And so we don't want it to get thinner, we want it to get thicker. And so they found that with Juice Plus. Supporting the immune system, that was one of the first studies. And I used to work at a clinic that had a separate clinic with HIV patients, and they were always talking about T cells. And I didn't know what they were talking about because it was before Juice Plus. But then I learned that T cells are like the generals of the immune system. And so when I found out that the Juice Plus study, after 80 days, the T cells go up and become the generals again, because a lot of people have these autoimmune disorders where the B cells are running rampant and like the T cells are on a coffee break or something. So anyway, Juice Plus supports the immune system and brings it back to homeostasis, where the T cells increase, the natural killer cells increase, stuff like that. I'm nerding out on you guys with the research. And then helps maintain healthy DNA. They found up to 66% less DNA strand breakage. There's 3 different studies on that. And then reducing that oxidative stress that you showed earlier with that cell that doesn't look so good after that oxidative stress. We don't want that. We want our antioxidants from fruits and vegetables to protect those cells. And it's absorbed by the body within 7 days. Dr. Richard Du Bois says there's nothing else available any place in the world with or without a prescription that's been clinically proven to do what Juice Plus has been proven to do. And I have not seen hardly any other products, just so you know, that have any product specific research on them. And then we stand alone. We have like 40 something studies now. So I'm not sure when somebody might catch up. This is me with our other product that we wanted to mention to you. Many years I've been sharing Juice Plus, and people are like, well, do you just eat capsules and drink shakes? No, we still say eat lots of fruits and vegetables as much as you can, preferably non-genetically modified, vine ripened, fresh. Well, this is a way, and also no herbicides, pesticides, stuff like that. So here is a way that you can grow your own, either at your own porch or in your house. We have one that has lights, and it's called the home version, or lights go on this one also. And we love it. It's easy. It's a hydroponic, aeroponic system of growing. It's very portable. You could take it apart and take it in the car with you, or move if you have to, things like that. But you just plug it in. I could never grow anything in the dirt, and I didn't really enjoy it either, because then my nails would get all dirty and it's hard to get it out. But this is really fun growing, and it's kind of like you have another baby. I don't know if you guys have babies, all of you, but it's like you bring a photograph. Oh, look how it grew today. Anyway, it's a lot of fun to have a tower garden, and it is the future of growing because it's growing vertical. It doesn't take up as much space. It's less water, it's recycled water, and then more yield, 3 times faster growing, safe and nutritious. And just like the Juice Plus company, they of course had a study done at University of Mississippi, which showed all of that. So on the left is the Tower Garden Home. It's a little bit smaller in circumference, so it fits through doors, things like that. And then on the right is the Tower Garden Flex. These became so popular during the quarantine when everybody was home, and they're like, all right, I'm really going to focus on being home and enjoying and having something to do at home. And also because the shelves were missing some groceries, and people love the Tower Garden, and it really lasts a long time. We've had ours for 10 years out in the hot Florida sun. Well, we have a lot of resources that you guys can take advantage of. We have live health events, we have online accountability groups, we have tools, webinars, things like that, let us know, like what are your health goals, and we can kind of attach you to what you might be looking for. We have lots of recipe books. We even have a gluten-free, dairy-free one. Some people love that. And we wanted to tell you a little bit about our company. It's nice to know about the company. I love walking into like Panera and reading about the company. I like reading about companies in general, how they came about. Well, this is Jay Martin, the president and founder of the Juice Plus company, and he was a teacher. And it started out as smoke detectors, water filters, and air filters, and then Juice Plus. And the mission has always been to inspire healthy living around the world, and also to build a stable and lasting company that helps as many people as possible realize their dreams. So like with Trina or me or anybody, that's why it's not in the stores. Besides it being fresher, coming to your doorstep, there are people that work out in the field that help you on your health journey, and they're building their dreams by having their own home-based business. So it's really cool. And here are the core beliefs that really drive our company: longevity, authenticity, quality, community, simplicity, and approachability. And the company was founded over 50 years ago. It's part of the wellness industry. People want to be well. They want to have that quality of life. They're in, I think, 24 or 27 countries. I've lost count. They keep adding countries that we're able to get in. And actually, it's over $16 billion in sales since inception. And that's the headquarters in Memphis, Tennessee, where they're all about the Boys and Girls Club. They're all about the Memphis Marathon. I think it's on here. Yep. And St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. They actually have employees that go there and help out, and Volunteers of America. And you could see that with the Boys and Girls Club, they give a tower garden to every Boys and Girls Club in North America. Volunteers of America and Children's Hunger Fund, they're donating 10 million complete meals, the complete shake, which is really nice. So we're really proud of our company that we work for, and we find that Juice Plus is affordable. It might be like, well, how does this fit in the budget? It fits in the food budget. So you want to think of, okay, when was the last time I bought kale, beets, broccoli, spinach, cranberry, acerola, cherry, bilberry, blueberry, things like that. And would it cost $2.50 a day if I did? So Juice Plus is super affordable for an individual or families. Families can get their child free, ages 4 through 18, or undergraduate and college. But really, it's part of your wellness and health budget. It kind of keeps you well and out of the doctor's office. It's kind of like, I think you said, Trina, pay now or pay later. I like that, using that to just stay out of the medical system. And then for the complete shake, it's about $2.33 per serving. I always wish that I had this during college, because that was about how much I could spend while I was in college on something, whether it was macaroni and cheese or ramen noodles or baked potato. The complete meal is definitely like a whole meal. You're getting all your nutrients. And then $1 a day for the omega. And then I went ahead and divided out the tower garden. How much would it cost a day if somebody got the tower garden? It's $1.70 a day, and it really starts paying for itself. They ship you the whole tower garden, and then they only charge you by the month. It's paid off within a year, and it's really awesome. And then we love that we are able to have all of these as our Juice Plus groceries. And really just, we pay $52 a year to be our own partners and get money back on our own orders, and then share with our friends and family. And so with that, I'm going to turn it back over to you, Trina.
Oh man, Sharon, I love when you like geek out on the research.
I could do it for hours, like you with the sleep. Yeah.
I love it. Okay. So, when I heard about Juice Plus, it just made sense to me from a product standpoint. And it was an easy transition into the business and as well as the community. And I love it. And ever since I had cancer, my personal mission has been to help as many people as I can be healthy. And so they don't have to experience what I had to experience. And that's why I do everything I do. And I also love the model of Juice Plus, that it was a way for me to bring income into the house, and I've been doing it for years. And whether I've been busy with the kids or just before kids, I love that I've been able to have that stability. And, I don't have to stock anything. I don't have to do any invoicing. There's no, the company does all the shipping and the product and everything that entails. And I've always loved that. And there's different reasons for people wanting to do the business. Some people want to be a stay-at-home mom, or they want to be able to transition and maybe grow a Juice Plus company or team, I guess I should say rather, so that they don't have to work anymore. They can bring that income in. Or some people just want to have it because they want to be part of the community and they want to be part of something bigger than themselves and help other people. And so I know I have a heart towards that. So if you have any questions, whether it be about the product, whether it be about the opportunity, thank you guys for coming. You guys can reach out to me and ask those questions, or whoever invited you to join us. So thank you guys. It's good to see all of you.